You opened the door to your soul, stepped into the unknown, and faced the shadows lurking within. You thought you'd find clarity, but instead, there's a haunting stillness, a weight that drags you down. You thought awakening would feel like soaring, yet here you are, tethered to a numbness that whispers of unfulfilled promises. Conversations around you fade like echoes in a vast cavern, and laughter feels distant, almost foreign. You did everything right, but something feels fundamentally wrong. The world spins on, vibrant and alive, while you stand frozen, watching through a veil. You expected light, yet all you see is twilight. Carl Jung warned us about this abyss, where the essence of our being hangs in the balance. What if this silence isn't merely emptiness? What if it's the beckoning of your own depths? Are you ready to dive deeper into this enigma? You followed the path laid out before you, each step driven by an insatiable need to prove your worth, to rise higher, to hustle harder. Yet here you stand, staring into the void, grappling with a dissonance that feels both familiar and alien. Perhaps it's time to recognize that this discomfort isn't a flaw within you, but rather an awakening to a deeper truth. The frameworks you built, those walls of ambition, and the relentless pursuit of happiness are crumbling. It's as if the universe is whispering, urging you to look beyond the surface, to question the very essence of your motivations. The numbness you experience is more than mere confusion. It's a profound invitation to explore the shadows lurking beneath your consciousness. In this liminal space, you are caught between who you were and who you are meant to be. The echoes of an old identity resonate within, yet they no longer align with the rhythm of your heart. You may feel a sense of loss, as if the very ground beneath you has given way and the familiar comforts of your past are fading into the background. This is the moment when what you thought defined you begins to dissolve, and in that dissolution lies the potential for rebirth. Imagine standing in a darkened room, surrounded by the remnants of your former self, trophies, accolades, and the expectations of family whispering softly in the corners. Each item represents a piece of the persona you crafted, the mask you wore to navigate the world. But now the light has shifted, and you find yourself questioning what it all truly means. This is not a sign of failure, it's the beginning of a reclamation process, a chance to sift through the debris and discover the essence of who you are, beneath the layers of conditioning. Carl Jung spoke of the tension between the persona and the self, hinting at the necessity of embracing the chaos within. The numbness you feel. It's a signal that the illusions you clung to are being stripped away. You are in the midst of a transformation, an alchemical process where the leaden burdens of the past are transmuting into something far more precious. Awakening is not about instant joy, it's about facing the shadows and allowing them to guide you toward a deeper understanding. As you traverse this uncertain landscape, remember that this phase, though uncomfortable, is essential. It's the death before the rebirth, a necessary shedding of skin that prepares you for a new existence. Allow yourself to be emptied, to let go of what no longer serves you. In this spacious void, the seeds of your true self are waiting to take root. Embrace the confusion, the silence, the aching void. They are the harbingers of transformation, the whispers of a life waiting to be born anew. You are not malfunctioning, you are evolving, and the journey ahead holds the promise of profound discovery. Carl Jung taught us that the journey of individuation is not a straight path. It is a labyrinth winding through the shadows of our psyche, where we confront the very essence of who we are. Here in this darkened corner of your soul, you are not lost. You are in between. Imagine the cocoon, a fragile fortress where the caterpillar surrenders to the darkness before becoming a butterfly. This is your moment of metamorphosis, where the discomfort you feel is not a sign of defeat, but the first flutter of wings waiting to break free. In this cocoon, the old self is dissolving, making way for the emergence of a new, more authentic you. Jung spoke of the shadow, that part of us we often deny, yet it holds the key to our wholeness. Embracing these shadows, acknowledging the pain, the fear, and the confusion is the first step toward integration. This journey is not about fixing what is broken, it's about remembering what has always been within you. The ego, that mask we wear to navigate the world, is undergoing its funeral. As it crumbles, it paves the way for the self to rise, a quiet whisper emerging from the depths of your spirit. In this silence, you can finally hear the truth of your existence, a voice that speaks not of external validation, but of inner peace and acceptance. This pain, it is not the end. It is the door leading you toward something greater, a beckoning to explore the depths of your being. As you traverse this terrain, understand that you are not alone. Ancient wisdom echoes through time, reminding us that every hero's journey is fraught with trials, yet each trial is a step toward enlightenment. The hermit in the cave, the alchemical process of turning lead into gold, these symbols remind us that darkness can birth light. In this moment, feel the weight of your burdens transform into potential. The numbness you experience is not an absence of feeling, it is a necessary pause, a time to gather strength before the next leap forward. You are in hibernation, preparing for a rebirth that will reveal the beauty of your true self. Trust this process, for it is in the depths of your struggle that you will find your strength. This journey is about exploration, not perfection. It's a dance between chaos and order, a reminder that the path to wholeness is often paved with uncertainty. As you stand at this pivotal juncture, remember that every shadow you face holds a fragment of your light. Embrace them, for they are not just parts of you to be hidden away, but vital pieces of your soul's tapestry. You are not merely surviving, you are awakening to the fullness of your existence. The world outside may seem chaotic, but within you lies a reservoir of wisdom waiting to be tapped into. Allow yourself to feel, to question, and to grow. This is your time to remember who you truly are, to step boldly into the light that awaits beyond the shadows. The journey is ongoing, and with each step, you are weaving the threads of your own rebirth. You find yourself cocooned in an unfamiliar space, a realm where yesterday's self is but a whisper, and tomorrow feels like an elusive dream. You're no longer who you were. Yet the image of who you're becoming eludes your grasp. It's as if you're suspended in a moment that stretches infinitely, where clarity slips through your fingers like grains of sand. But why does it feel so heavy? What is this invisible weight that presses down upon your chest, making each breath a conscious effort? This is where the shadow emerges, the hidden part of your psyche that quietly sabotages your efforts to heal, to thrive, to feel whole again. According to Carl Jung, the shadow is the repressed self, those traits, traumas, and truths that we have pushed into the dark corners of our minds away from the light of consciousness. It is the part of you that harbors unacknowledged fears and suppressed desires, a collection of emotions locked away, waiting for the moment when you can bear to face them. You may experience this inner conflict as emotional numbness, a chronic fatigue that weighs down your spirit, or a self-sabotage that derails your aspiration. Perhaps you feel shame creeping in, whispering that you're not enough, that your worth is tied to accomplishments that feel just out of reach. The fear of success dances with the dread of failure, creating a disconnection from the very desires that once fueled your passion. You might find yourself unable to care like before, as if a protective shell has encased your heart, leaving you adrift in a sea of indifference. This numbness isn't merely the absence of emotion, it's too much emotion, pent up and locked behind the wall you erected to survive. You buried your fire, convinced it was the only way to navigate the chaos of life, but now you've forgotten where you placed it. The vibrant colors of your existence have faded into shades of gray, and the echoes of your laughter feel like distant memories, muffled by the weight of unexpressed truths. But this fog you navigate, it isn't a void. It's a memory, a collection of experiences and feelings pushing against the carefully managed facade of your life, seeking to return. The shadows of your past are not just specters haunting your present, they are fragments of you that yearn to be integrated, acknowledged, and embraced. In their very essence lies the potential for transformation, for they hold the key to understanding your inner chaos. As you stand at the threshold of this revelation, recognize that you are not broken. You are awakening, unraveling the layers of misconception that have shrouded your true essence. Your journey is not about erasing the shadows, but about illuminating them, allowing their presence to guide you toward a more authentic self. In this moment of reflection, allow yourself to feel seen. Embrace the complexity of your emotional landscape and understand that the shadows are not your enemy. They are part of the intricate tapestry of your being, waiting for you to weave them into your narrative. As we prepare to delve deeper, I invite you to explore this inner split, where the shadow fractures your identity and your choices. Together, we will navigate this labyrinth, revealing the hidden pathways that lead to your true self. Are you ready to take this step? The ego clings tightly to the old rules of survival, success, identity, performance. It remembers the comfort of familiarity, the safety of the known, while whispering to you that change is dangerous. Yet, there's a new voice emerging, a part of you that longs for truth, authenticity, and freedom. This self speaks softly but undeniably, urging you to step into the light of your own existence. These two parts are now in conflict, neither fully in control. You want to move forward, but something holds you back. It feels as if your body is here, but your soul is somewhere else, distant and elusive. You long for silence, yet feel anxious in stillness, as if the quiet magnifies the chaos within. This tension is palpable, a visceral sensation of being pulled in two directions at once. Carl Jung spoke of the tension between the persona and the self, a crisis that must occur before integration can take place. This moment of awakening is not just about clarity, it is about confronting the very essence of your being. Friedrich Nietzsche described a similar struggle, the Apollonian versus the Dionysian, a dance between order and chaos, between the structured facade and the wild, authentic spirit that lies beneath. The Boer mate highlighted the distinction between the true self and the adapted self created by trauma, the mask you wear to navigate a world that often feels hostile. As you traverse this internal landscape, you may feel exhaustion, as if every step forward requires immense energy. Self-doubt lurks in the shadows, whispering questions that echo in your mind. Which part is really me? You may experience shame for regressing into old behaviors. For moments when the weight of the past pulls you back into familiar patterns. Grief settles in as you mourn the version of yourself that is fading, the one that felt safe in the confines of the known. But let me remind you, this split is not dysfunction. It is the breaking of an inner shell, a necessary and sacred part of your journey. You are not failing, you are mid-transformation. This emotional turbulence, though painful, is a doorway to alignment, an invitation to embrace the complexity of your existence. Each part of you has a story, a lesson, a purpose in this unfolding narrative. The ego, with its protective instincts, seeks to shield you from harm, while the emerging self longs to break free and explore the depths of your true potential. Both are essential, both deserve compassion. As you stand at this crossroads, know that this tension is not a barrier, but a bridge. It is a space where the old meets the new, a fertile ground for growth and understanding. You are on the precipice of something beautiful, a reconstruction of self that honors all facets of your being. Prepare yourself, for the journey towards integration is about to begin, and it will lead you to a place of profound wholeness. In the depths of your struggle, remember the wisdom of Carl Jung, who taught us that true healing involves bringing the unconscious into conscious awareness. It's a journey where the ego and the self begin to converse, not to fight. This is the alchemy Jung spoke of, where the raw materials of your inner chaos become the building blocks for meaning. Your inner architecture is not collapsing. It is being remodeled, each fragment a vital piece of a greater design. Consider this: confusion is not an enemy but a sign of inner reorganization. It's the mind's way of clearing space for something new to emerge. Apathy, that heavy blanket that suffocates enthusiasm, is actually a signal that a new set of values is forming beneath the surface, ready to rise like a phoenix. Guilt is not a weight to bear. It's a message from your soul, guiding you away from false roles and toward authenticity. And emptiness? Emptiness is not a void. It's fertile soil where truth will grow. You are not lost. You are composting old selves into fertile soul. This is psychological alchemy, pain becoming presence. In the discomfort, there lies a sacred purpose. No transformation happens in comfort. Growth often wears the mask of grief. When the soul reorganizes you, it may feel like falling apart, but know this: it's a deeper form of coming together. Like the chrysalis dissolving to allow the butterfly to emerge, your inner turmoil is the precursor to beauty and authenticity. As you navigate this chaotic landscape, allow yourself to listen to the echoes of your past. The shadows that once haunted you are not adversaries. They are teachers, guiding you toward integration. For Gabor, this means allowing your true self to emerge from beneath the layers of adaptation that once served you but now feel constricting. Embrace the full spectrum of your humanity, as Nietzsche urged us to do. Light and shadow entwined as the path to power. Let this period of integration be a gentle reminder that it's slow and non-linear. You are in a sacred process of becoming. Each moment of discomfort is a stepping stone toward clarity and alignment. Prepare yourself for the next phase, where new values will emerge from the ashes of the old, illuminating your path forward. Rest here in this inner space, knowing that your journey is purposeful, and every fragment of your being is significant. Embrace the mess as sacred, and trust that the alchemy of your soul is at work in this unfolding. You are not just surviving. You are awakening to the beauty of your true essence. You're building a new normal that honors your truth. The life you were chasing doesn't fit anymore. That's not a failure, it's an invitation to redefine who you are. In this journey of reconstruction, we shift from an ego-built identity, which is often based on roles, achievements, and the approval of others, to a soul-built identity. This new identity is rooted in resonance, presence, and alignment with your true self. It's more fluid, authentic, and intuitive. Picture it as designing a home for your soul, not just a costume for your persona. Instead of wearing masks, you're learning to become transparent. What once fueled you no longer does. Now you're fed by what feels true, by what resonates with the essence of who you are. This process of identity rebirth reflects the teachings of Carl Jung, who emphasized individuation, the journey of becoming the self. It's about returning to authenticity, as Gabor suggests, or engaging in self-creation and overcoming, as Nietzsche would advocate. As you embark on this path, you might find yourself saying no to relationships that demand performance or leaving work that contradicts your values. You're not simply making choices. You're creating a life that is genuinely yours. You might feel drawn to new hobbies, fresh environments, or invigorating conversations, all without needing to justify them to anyone. This is what real freedom looks like: not chaos, but conscious creation. Imagine a moment when you decide to create, rest, or serve, not to prove your worth, but to express your essence. Each choice becomes a reflection of your inner landscape, a testament to the new identity you're sculpting. It's essential to recognize that this rebuilding process is nonlinear. There will be twists and turns, but each step brings you closer to a more liberated existence. Throughout this journey, remember that you're not reinventing yourself, you're revealing yourself. The layers of societal expectations, past traumas, and self-imposed limitations begin to peel away, unveiling the vibrant core that has always existed within. This core is where your power lies, and as you embrace it, you may find a profound sense of peace washing over you. As you navigate this transformative phase, it's crucial to hold space for the messiness of your journey. Growth is not always neat or predictable. It's a dance of light and shadow that reflects the complexity of being human. Embrace the uncertainty as a vital aspect of your evolution. Prepare yourself for the next stage, where this new self begins to connect with the world again through purpose, service, or expression. As you emerge from this cocoon of self-discovery, you'll find that your authentic self has the potential to impact the world in profound ways. The journey ahead is not just about personal growth, it's about how you choose to share your newly discovered essence with others. Your story is just beginning, and it holds the promise of connection, creativity, and a deeper understanding of what it means to truly live. Or rather, you relate to it differently. You're not returning to the old world. You're bringing something new into it. This isn't about going back. It's about going forward, but aligned with your true essence. Engaging with the world post-awakening is a slower, yet deeper experience. You find yourself more selective in who you share your energy with, but the connections you forge are more honest and resonant. It's less about proving your worth and more about participating in the symphony of life. Carl Jung spoke of the self now interacting with the collective, embodying the archetypal return of the hero. You step into this role not to save, but to share wisdom, to weave your narrative into the tapestry of the tribe. You may find that your relationships transform, authenticity becomes the foundation. You speak more truthfully, even if your voice shakes. You create without seeking permission, allowing the currents of your inner world to flow freely into the outer realm. In this new landscape, you walk away from roles that no longer honor you. You feel a profound peace in simplicity, no longer hungry for applause. Instead, you are grounded in presence, responding to life rather than reacting to it. Your life is becoming art, not argument. You've stopped asking, "What do they think of me?" and started asking, "What wants to move through me?" As you navigate this new way of being, you attract people who resonate with your truth. The ones who needed your performance begin to fade. In their place, you find companions who celebrate your authenticity. You lead by living, not persuading, allowing your very existence to be a beacon for others on similar journeys. In the realm of work or creativity, your expression blooms with newfound vigor. Each project becomes an extension of yourself, a canvas for self-expression rather than submission to external expectations. You engage with your passions not for accolades, but for the sacred joy of creation. In service or presence within society, you embody a commitment to genuine connection. Your interactions become acts of love where you listen deeply and share freely. As you walk through the world, you become a vessel for healing and transformation, recognizing that your truth is medicine, but only if you share it. This is where healing becomes transmission. You realize that your journey is not just for you. It's a gift for others. You hold space for the complexities of life, understanding that your unique perspective enriches the collective experience. As you prepare for the next step, the spiritual and symbolic life that follows, you open yourself to inner guidance, synchronicity, and soulful participation. The universe responds to your authenticity, and you start to see signs that guide you forward. You are on the brink of a transformative phase, where your inner truth resonates harmoniously with the outer world, creating a beautiful dance of existence. Embrace this sacred reconnection. It is not merely a transition, It is a celebration of who you are becoming. Your journey continues, and the world awaits the light you are destined to share. This is the realm of the symbolic life, a profound shift in perception that invites you to see beyond the literal, to embrace the metaphorical, the archetypal, and the synchronistic. According to Carl Jung, this transformation represents a psychological state where the complexities of existence reveal themselves not just through logic, but through a deep and resonant intelligence that speaks to your soul. In this space, you might find dreams offering emotional insights, whispering truths that words can hardly capture. Perhaps you notice recurring symbols or numbers in your daily life, mirroring internal shifts that guide your journey. You may feel gut instincts leading you toward right action, illuminating paths that once seemed obscured. The art around you, the dance of nature, begins to resonate with your inner being, as if the universe itself is speaking to the depths of your soul. Navigating this symbolic life requires stillness and self-trust. It invites you to embrace the unknown, to feel deeply rather than to dissect intellectually. It calls forth a connection to a deeper self that exists beyond the confines of the ego. In Jung's words, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. This journey is not a mere escape from reality. It is an awakening to a more profound reality, where the unconscious becomes a creative partner in your life's narrative. You stop asking for signs. Instead, you start seeing them everywhere, woven into the fabric of your existence. No longer do you interpret events solely through logic. You begin to feel their shape, their pattern, their pull. Life ceases to be a problem to solve and transforms into a poem waiting to be translated, where each moment holds a verse that invites your participation. This symbolic life is not passive. It is participatory, a dance of co-creation with the universe. It speaks to you, asking for a response that is not about perfection but about truthfulness. You engage with the world in a manner that is revered, acknowledging the subtlety and mystery that envelops every experience. As you embrace this deeper understanding, you discover that your journey leads to a life of contribution, not performance, but authentic expression. The symbolic life opens the door to a legacy that transcends the self. It is an invitation to share all you have lived, creatively, truthfully, whether publicly or privately. As you prepare for the next step, remember that this journey is about weaving your insights into the collective fabric of humanity, honoring the stories that shape us all. You are not merely a spectator, you are an integral part of the unfolding narrative, where your unique perspective becomes a vital thread in the tapestry of existence. Embrace the call of your soul, for it is in this embrace that true contribution awaits. Embrace this moment, for true contribution isn't about perfection or applause, it's about showing up fully, imperfectly, and consistently. As you step into this new chapter, let your authentic expression shine through. Think of the creative projects that reflect your soul's voice, the art that flows from your heart, and the words that resonate with your experiences. Consider how healing and helping others through your lived experiences can create profound connections in the world. Whether it's teaching, mentoring, or simply holding space for someone in need, these acts of service are the threads that weave us together in the tapestry of existence. Everyday kindness and integrity in your relationships and work can ripple outwards, touching lives in ways you may never fully comprehend. Remember the wisdom of Carl Jung, who taught us that individuation culminates in service to the collective. When the self becomes a bridge between inner and outer worlds, it allows you to embody your truth and share it with others. This is the essence of your legacy. It is created through the everyday actions infused with presence and integrity. You may feel the weight of old fears creeping in, the fear of judgment, rejection, or not being enough. You might resist vulnerability or feel the temptation to retreat into comfort zones that no longer serve you. Acknowledge these feelings, but do not let them define your path. Your unique story, your lessons, your gifts are needed now more than ever. When you step into your truth, you light a path for others to follow. Legacy isn't about grandeur. It's about the ripples your presence creates, the hearts you touch, and the inspiration you ignite in those around you. Embrace the notion that life is a creative act of becoming, as Nietzsche encouraged, and allow yourself to see your life as a work of art and service. This isn't a finish line, it's a new beginning. Each day presents an opportunity to grow, to express, and to serve from the fullness of your awakened self. So take a deep breath, release the old fears, and lean into the inspired, heart-led actions that call to you. Keep growing, keep expressing, and keep serving. The world is waiting for your light, your authenticity, and your unique contributions. Join this collective journey, and let your legacy unfold through each meaningful connection and every heartfelt action. You are not alone in this endeavor. Together, we can create a brighter, more authentic world.